Every great journey begins with a single, small promise.
Golden bloom, a signal of the secret to come.
Our state-of-the-art facility ensures your product is handled with the utmost care and precision. Utilizing precision robotics in our state-of-the-art facility ensures the flawless delivery of our premium roasted peanuts.
Only the freshest peanuts are ground in our state-of-the-art facility, ensuring perfect, creamy butter every time.
We add only the finest oil, a touch of sea salt, and a hint of sweetness, precisely blended for perfection.
Precision engineered for maximum throughput. This is the future of intelligent automation.
Our automated systems ensure a perfect seal every time, maximizing efficiency and protection for your shipment.
Good morning, you're cleared to enter.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you for shopping with us today.
Absolutely perfect. The future of breakfast is here. and it is delicious.
Inside one of the largest instant noodle factories in South Korea, millions of spicy ramyun packs are produced every single day. What begins as simple wheat flour will soon become one of the most iconic meals enjoyed around the world. In the next 13 minutes, we will follow the complete journey of a single pack of noodles, from raw ingredients to the final sealed product ready for shipment. The process starts with massive steel silos containing finely milled wheat flour. Through a closed pneumatic system, the flour is transported into the production area without direct human contact. Sensors constantly measure humidity, temperature, and particle consistency to ensure that only flour meeting strict quality standards is allowed onto the line. Ingredients such as salt, potato starch, and other stabilizers are also measured automatically with precise digital scales, maintaining accuracy down to a fraction of a gram. This controlled ratio determines the texture, elasticity, and cooking performance of the final noodle. Once the ingredients are prepared, they enter the main mixing chamber. Water heated to an optimal temperature is sprayed into the bowl in a fine mist, allowing the flour to hydrate evenly.
Toss them in the red bin.
2 large spiral blades rotate in opposite directions, folding and pressing the mixture to create a dense, uniform dough. The formation of gluten networks during this process is critical. It gives the noodle its characteristic bounce and chewiness. After mixing, the dough is allowed to rest for a short period, giving the gluten time to relax and evenly distribute moisture throughout the mass. The rested dough is then transferred to the sheeting system. A series of heavy steel rollers gradually compress the dough, transforming it from a thick block into a smooth, flat sheet. At each stage, the rollers are adjusted to reduce thickness with extreme precision. Laser sensors scan the sheet continuously to detect even the smallest deviation. If the sheet becomes too thick or too thin, the system automatically recalibrates. Achieving the correct thickness is essential because it directly affects how the noodle cooks and absorbs seasoning. Once the dough reaches the required thinness, it moves into the cutting stage. Sharp rotary blades slice the sheet into hundreds of perfectly even strands. Each strand falls in rhythmic waves, forming thin, continuous ribbons. Air jets blow gently across the surface to prevent clumping and ensure that every strand maintains its individual shape. Depending on the product line, the noodles can be thin and straight or thick and wavy. All of these characteristics are controlled by the blade design and cutting speed. The fresh noodles are now ready to be cooked. They travel into a long and closed steaming tunnel where hot vapor surrounds and penetrates them. The noodles are partially cooked at a precise temperature that maintains their internal structure while preventing over-softening. The timing inside the steamer is synchronized with belt speed, guaranteeing consistent cooking for every batch. As they exit the tunnel, the noodles are firm enough to hold their shape, but still moist and pliable for the next step. At this stage, the continuous strands are cut into portions and formed into the familiar square shape. Mechanical molds gently press and fold the noodles into compact blocks that fit perfectly into the final package. The formed blocks now move toward either the frying line or the hot air drying chamber, depending on the product type. For traditional instant noodles, the frying process is used. The noodle blocks descend into a bath of hot oil where they are flash fried in just a matter of seconds. The rapid evaporation of moisture creates thousands of tiny air pockets inside the noodle, allowing them to cook quickly later when boiling water is added. Temperature sensors monitor the oil constantly. If the heat fluctuates by more than a few degrees, the system corrects itself immediately. Consistency here is crucial. Too little frying results in soggy noodles, while too much causes breakage and affects flavor. For a healthier version of the product, air drying is used instead of frying. In this method, the noodle blocks are placed into a long drying tunnel where heated air circulates at carefully controlled humidity levels. The noodles slowly lose moisture over several
Moving along
minutes
the conveyor,
until they
the
reach
dough
the
is
required
gently yet
dryness
firmly
for
flattened
packaging.
to a perfect,
Although this
velvety
method takes
consistency.
longer, it produces a product that is lighter and lower in fat. After either frying or drying, the noodles are transferred to a cooling area. High-powered fans blow filtered air across the conveyor belt to bring the temperature down quickly. Rapid cooling prevents excess oil absorption and helps maintain the noodles' crisp texture. Quality inspection cameras scan every block to check for cracks, irregular shapes, or burnt edges. Any defective pieces are automatically removed.
Freshly
Meanwhile,
steamed
on
and
a
precisely
separate part
cut,
of the production
ensuring the
line,
perfect
the
portion
seasoning
every time.
sachets are being prepared. Large mixing vats blend chili powder, dehydrated vegetables, broth concentrates, and spices to create the signature spicy flavor. Automated machines then measure the exact amount of seasoning required for each sachet. The film material for the packets is unrolled, sealed, filled, and cut at high speed. Liquid seasoning, if the product includes it, is handled by a separate sterile filling system to maintain freshness and prevent contamination. As the noodles and seasoning packets converge, they meet at the main packaging station. A sheet of printed film forms the outer wrapper. The noodle block and seasoning sachets are placed inside, and the wrapper is sealed airtight using heated rollers. The sealing temperature, pressure, and timing must be precise to prevent leaks or weak seals. Each finished pack is then checked by weight sensors to ensure that nothing is missing. From here, the packaged noodles are grouped into bundles and loaded into larger cartons. Robotic arms arrange the boxes neatly onto pallets, stacking them efficiently for transport. Every pallet receives a barcode that contains detailed batch information, allowing full traceability from distribution centers back to the factory floor. Before the products leave the facility, random samples from each batch are sent to a quality assurance lab. Here, technicians boil the noodles, taste the broth, and evaluate texture, flavor, and aroma. Chemical analysis is also performed to check sodium
Assembly
levels,
complete.
moisture
Ready for
content,
bagging.
and
Product
microbiological
components. Clear
safety.
focus.
Only when all parameters meet the company's strict standards are the noodles cleared for shipment. Across the entire facility, digital control systems oversee each stage of production. Operators monitor a large central dashboard showing real-time data, mixing times, roller pressure, oil temperature, air humidity, conveyor speed, and packaging output. If any irregularities appear, the system issues alerts so that technicians can intervene promptly. This high degree of automation allows the factory to run for long hours at consistent quality levels. The final step in the process is logistics. Pallets of finished products are loaded onto trucks and transported to warehouses and export hubs. From there, the noodles travel to supermarkets, convenience stores, and distribution partners around the world. For many consumers, opening a pack of spicy Korean ramyeon takes only a moment. But behind that simple action lies an intricate and highly optimized manufacturing process involving hundreds of machines, sensors, and skilled workers. Every stage,
Utilizing
from milling the
state-of-the-art
flour
logistics,
to
your shipment is
sealing the
processed
final
immediately.
package, is
Real-time
designed
tracking
with
information is
precision
applied with
and
pinpoint
efficiency
accuracy.
in mind. This is how the factory produces millions of servings of spicy noodles while maintaining the same taste, texture, and quality in every pack. What started as raw wheat flour just minutes ago is now a familiar product enjoyed by people across cultures and continents. And this is the full journey of how spicy Korean ramyeon is made, a seamless combination of engineering, automation, food science, and craftsmanship, working together inside one of the world's most advanced noodle manufacturing facilities.
Steady now, keep it flowing.
Almost empty.
Almost empty.